Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 121 of the Sensible Sociopath Podcast.
What?
We're over 120. It's
Wow. It's a good round number.
It's a good one, yes. My name is Stephen Paul, a.k.a. SenSoc Steve. Rome, I have a few of the old good ones.
Okay.
Remember? A.k.a. Crash Vandersloot.
That's a good one.
See, that's a Johan Vandersloot joke. He killed Natalie Holloway down in Aruba back in 2004-ish.
That's not random information at all.
I think it was pre-Katrina. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Kid Quickness. Leslie Nielsen's Spirit Child. Toucan Stan. I like Coke Zeros.
Oh.
2 cans. Little Bruschetta. I think that was Roma's favorite one from last time.
That was pretty good.
Lion L. Richie. I'm a Leo. John Bidet Ramsey.
That was one of my favorite.
Yep.
Because I got a bidet.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
It's very nice.
Did you sit on it?
No, I didn't. I was too afraid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't live in fear.
I do constantly, every day. That's why you gave me this Kegel ball, because I'm just afraid all the time.
Yes.
It's so worth it though. Like, cause you don't realize how much you like get ready for that freezing cold seat. Like you kind of clench everything and then like you sit down on it and it's warm and you just kind of relax. Everything.
It's nice. Yeah. It helps relax your bowels.
It feels like sitting on my uncle's lap. Though. I just got bad memories there.
You're like, I need to feel a beard and whiskey breath.
Yeah, right. Somebody talking to me in a Scooby-Doo voice. Roll.
Look who's got a motor. Wait, sorry. Two more. Justin Bean Burp and Edward Sandwich Hands.
Justin Bean Burp was one of my favorites.
That was a good one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the show that gives you the strength and critical thinking skills of a man on PCP and bath salts.
Wow.
Together, simultaneously.
That's some mind-expanding shit right there.
Mm-hmm. If you've
either
seen
that or you're going to like flip over cop cars while eating people's faces.
I was going to say, if you've seen episodes of Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are always the most entertaining ones.
I think they're inspirational.
Although I really like the ones like with the hookers. They're usually pretty good.
Roma, those are sex workers, okay? And we're positive. Sex positive podcast.
Jeez, shaming people.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I said those are my favorites. It's always like some like leather pink skirt that's like super duper high, and they've got like the little tiny handbag, but their face is blurred out,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
with the little crop top.
Mm-hmm.
Just need enough room for condoms and meth.
Yep, exactly.
So we have a great episode today. Please chat with us live during the show. We already got some people in there saying some high things, some cool things that high cool people say. So, introductions from the Sensible Sociopath Podcast. You may know the lovely rudder of this program, of our wayward ship of a program, Roma Romerica Rifkin.
Hi, guys.
My long friend, time friend, and she's a friend. She's been my friend.
And you may know him from Panthers in Crime, which was a skit that we were in, which was pretty damn good. But I met this young man in improv class for Recycled Minds Comedy, level 2. So we're pretty fucking good.
Pretty good,
Yeah.
I have to say. Probably the best.
Pretty much the best.
Pretty the best.
Yeah.
I mean, not as good as level 3, but
Whoa,
Roma,
hey now.
Just
Hey.
Roma's
Alright.
been drinking.
I can tell.
Yeah.
She's,
She says a lot of stuff that's hurtful.
yeah. Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm. This is Ian, everyone.
Hello. Thank you.
Please, everyone. We have a show to do. No, Ian's great. Yeah, we started off at Improv together, and I've been wanting to get people on that are more, entertainment minded and like making people laugh, because that's what life's about, I think. Not like that stupid Mother Teresa stuff.
Yeah.
let's do a couple shout outs here.
Sure.
So Kat says hello. Let's see. Chaz is here.
Hi, Kat.
Yeah. Hi, Kat. Thanks for showing up finally.
Roma's been drinking, Kat.
Connor's here. I literally have had
I
two
know.
sips.
She literally just started drinking.
Don't make
Yeah.
everybody think that I'm drunk.
Thanks for showing up, cat.
I'll punch you right in your
Ew.
Now,
face.
to be fair, I am very tired.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Mm.
Connor's here. Let's see.
You know who else was tired? Charlie Sheen. And then he got AIDS
Thought he was on coke.
and
How tired could you
Yeah.
be?
HIV medication. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and tiger blood, right?
Yep.
That's just the natural progression. You go tired, coke, tiger blood,
Yeah.
AIDS,
I
and then you're
do-
done.
I'm a tiger blood snow cone kind of guy, though, so I don't know if it's quite the same thing.
Ah.
It tends to relax me.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
see AIDS in your future though.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of AIDS, just really inflamed
Yeah.
AIDS.
Instead of winning, it's whining. Meh.
Do you think that they serve tiger blood snow cones at the Tiger King Zoo?
Oh, of course.
Or-
It's the Carol Baskin special.
Yeah. It's ex-husband blood. Yeah. Former husband. Yeah. Feed him to the tiger's blood.
Also, Margot's here and Steve's here.
Well, welcome everyone. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving.
I
You're-
asked Chaz when he was going to be back on the show, and he says, "I'll come back whenever. Got some UFO updates for y'all."
Nice.
Oh,
Chaz of the Dead is our psychedelic warrior correspondent.
Paranormal warrior, yeah.
Mhm.
Psychedelic paranormal warrior.
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
One of the people that stormed Area 51. One of
I
that
don't-
crew.
I don't know that he did, but I think he wanted to.
Yeah.
Ah,
He would probably document it, I think, more than he would, but he would be there, but
Yep.
you let someone else kick the door in,
yeah.
Chaz, did you go to Area 51 when they stormed it? He travels all over. He goes to like
Mhm.
South America and stuff and does
was it Paraguay or Peru? I think it was Peru.
I feel like it was Peru.
Mm-hmm.
He's written a book.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that where they filmed Jurassic Park? Peru, Paraguay?
Probably.
Mm.
I don't know.
I know Jurassic Park, the book was set in Isle Morada, which was supposed to be in like I don't know if it was like Costa Rica or it was somewhere in the southern area. It's a little south of us. It was
Ah,
south of Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
South of Canada.
Yep.
Yep.
Where it's real green and lush. Albany, New York.
Ah, yes.
All right, everyone, please smash that like button, shoot that share-o to all the people that you love and hate, and sub to this channel as hard as you can because, fun. Let's see. Let's start, Ian,
Sure.
by why did you want to get into improv? What was your motivation?
That's a good question.
I mean, I know for the ladies is probably
yeah,
because the chicks dig it.
Because you and I were the only two dudes in that class.
Exactly.
Honestly. No,
Yep.
That's not the truth at all.
Yeah.
There were only two chicks.
Yeah.
Very male heavy. A lot of swinging dicks
Mm-hmm.
in that class. So to answer your question, I was just like, I just moved here to Boise like
Mhm.
about 6 months ago, and I was just like going crazy. I
Where
was,
from?
From Sun Valley most recently. but-
Ooh.
yeah.
You ever meet Clint Eastwood?
No, but I've met Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a lot
awesome.
shorter in person.
Really?
Than I
I've
thought
heard
so.
that.
I thought he
He's
was
like
6'2".
I know. I thought he was like 5'6".
He is 6'2", but I don't know if he's just shrunk because
Yeah.
I'm 5'10" and I'm taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's probably lifted a lot of weight, I would think.
He
So
is.
his ankles and everything is
Back's all
probably
compressed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That plus, you see him on the big screen, Terminator 2. I don't know if you've heard of it. James Cameron film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heard of the guy.
Cyberdyne Industries, Skynet,
Oh,
becoming
yeah.
self-aware.
No,
Yeah.
you got me.
Well, let's see. What was that guy's name? Something Patrick. Robert Patrick.
Ah, yes.
Yes, playing
Mhm.
the cop.
Mhm.
He knifed a girl through the he knifed the stepdad through the milk.
Mhm.
Probably
Mhm.
slept with him first though.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's a very attractive man.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably sleep
The
with
stepdad or Robert Patrick?
Both. Maybe at the same time. I don't know.
And Roma's a big X-Files fan. Robert Patrick
Ah,
took over for David
Mulder,
Duchovny.
yeah.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah,
In
it
the-
wasn't as good. His character
Yeah.
was fine, but I mean, you can't replace Mulder.
Yeah, the sexual energy between him and Scully.
Well, and
Mhm.
they changed up. They kind of started writing her Scully out, and then they had like other people, other like FBI agents, and it's just not the same. It was fine. I did not watch. I watched the entire season, but I never went back and rewatched it.
Yeah. That's the true testament.
Yeah. Will you rewatch it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you'll go through something, but I guess that's not really the case with like reality television, because you've got to it's got to catch you by surprise, you know. Rum was telling me Tiger King 2 came out, and I'm like, I wouldn't go back and watch Tiger King 1.
I might rewatch Tiger King 1. I wouldn't rewatch 2.
What do you think, Ian?
I wouldn't rewatch 1.
Yeah.
I think I've seen what I need to see.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like a dumpster fire, and I know what that is.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen a few dumpster fires in my day.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And so what do you think? What were you always into entertainment? Did you do like high school
Musical?
acting or anything like that? Yeah.
No, because I grew up in Texas, so being a part of the theater was considered gay.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, not about that.
Okay. Yeah. That's
yeah. So
it's either gay or football.
That's pretty much the two choices that you have. That
Yeah.
when you're born, you're like, you're either going to be gay
Yeah.
or you're going to be a football star.
Yeah.
So
You're born to be in football. You're not born to be gay. That's the way it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I went to college, started to get into radio, had a couple of radio shows, and
You were mentioning that.
Yeah.
What is the I guess how did you get involved with radio? What was it, your degree that was taking you in there?
Yeah, so I had a degree in mass communication, which
Okay.
was radio, TV, film,
Mhm.
and decided to like check out the campus radio station because that's where one of my classes was taking place,
Mhm.
and just fell in love with it because it was just like me and my friends just goofing around on the air, and I was like, I can get paid for this.
And so you were on-air personality,
Mhm.
and were you also a producer? Were you responsible for show creation and content and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much all the above.
Okay.
Mostly did production for like little spots, for like commercials and stuff like that for
Mhm.
like local businesses or different shows on the radio station.
Can you give us a
So-
read? Do you still remember any of them?
Oh man, I can give you like our call sign.
Okay. Yeah.
It's KTSW San Marcos.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
San Marcos sounds like a good place where you'd have dinosaurs live.
Yeah, speaking of dinosaurs, so look, we've got Connor says it was the set location for the book The Lost World, Venezuela was.
Whoa.
Speaking of which, where's Hector?
Yeah. We have a Venezuelan correspondent, Hector.
Yeah.
We literally
Really?
do. We literally have a fan
Okay.
in Venezuela, and he's awesome. He's like part of the show. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So Chaz says they actually keep them at Area 52, little known secret. And then
That's how they get you.
he said Chile.
Mm-hmm.
And they filmed it in Costa Rica. I've been there too. And then Connor says Joe Exotic is the man, and I say free Joe.
That's a man you want to keep behind bars, though.
I
don't know.
I think the world's so much more entertaining with him in it, though.
He is a very entertaining person. And
Yeah.
he seduced two straight guys.
Ooh, Connor says that he made he's got a talent for
I
that.
mean, obviously he's,
Connor says that he made a bunch of commercials and can do a shit ton of impressions. Make him do the Mac Daniels impression.
Oh man,
Who's Mac Daniels?
So Mac Daniels, when Connor and I were on the air, we made up like this stereotypical like '80s like person, like radio announcer.
Uh-huh.
So Mac Daniels is that guy from a bygone era. So he kind of goes like, "Hey everybody, welcome. You're here in the morning with Mac Daniels on the 5 o'clock hour.
The back attack!
The back attack. Wow, 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 wow."
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
All right, how about those Dolphins, everybody? They're going to another Super Bowl.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
that's
need a
awesome.
morning show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yep. We're putting you on a network. No, it's awesome. It's so funny because when you look at the way radio, and it's even still done to this day, they do that affected voice, and working like doing audio recording and stuff. I don't know if that's to catch people's attention, or what did they teach you about that?
Yeah, that's really what they taught. Like, just have something interesting to say. Like,
Well,
like that's pretty much
Yeah,
what they told
yeah,
me. Just like,
yeah.
doesn't matter how you speak. I mean, obviously, don't be like, and now the weather. Like,
hey, they didn't know about ASMR then.
Yeah, they didn't. That was way before that. But yeah, they just told us have something interesting to say and just be a personality. Like, just be yourself, but
Mhm.
also just kind of like yourself on crack cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's I think that's just great for life in general. And you know what's a real shortcut? Crack cocaine.
Exactly. Roma,
It's-
you're. I see you over there.
Yep.
You got some crack cocaine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Roma has
Don't tell anyone.
she wears long sleeves because of the track marks and open sores.
Usually, I always have my sleeves pushed up, but it's freezing in here, and so they're down. But this is a very thin shirt, so it's not really doing me much good.
Roma, that's what someone on crack cocaine would say. Roma's a walking contradiction. of
Connor
herself.
says he was the antithesis of a shitty shock jock. It's the mind controlled cadence. I don't know what that
Yeah.
means.
It's
I think it's just
probably
that.
like Obama had,
Oh, yeah.
where it's like that. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever the cadence is, it's something
Mhm.
that's kind of hypnotizing and soothing to people.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the thing about like morning radio, and actually I kind of thought about being a part of it because I was a big fan of the shock jocks of Opie and Anthony mostly, but they almost started the first podcast because they would have all the New York comedians on. And they would just sit there and shoot the shit with them. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like overproduced. It wasn't, I mean, they had segments and they had other stuff, but for the most part, it was just people talking about whatever's going on. So,
Well, even now, I mean, a lot of the radio shows will have those morning shows, and it's basically a podcast, except for they've been doing it since the 80s or whatever.
but I feel like they're almost tethered to that format
Yes,
that they
yes.
have to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part where they lose me because they'll even put them out as podcasts, I believe now,
Oh, I'm sure of it.
which is just, it's
Yeah.
like, why would you want to hear, 103.9 The Zoo or something as your podcast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess if you listen to it that day, that would be something. But that's another thing with podcasts is like, you kind of want to make them so that they're timeless.
Evergreen. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah. Well, I know definitely the episodes that we've done that were more like based around specific time, COVID. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head, but or politics and stuff like that. Like they don't age well.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not great for going back and listening to.
No.
I do at times like to go back and listen. Like I don't mind if I'm listening to a series because then it gives me a bearing on what time that is. When that is. I mean, I guess you could research it and find out, but it's interesting. Like if you go back through the COVID stuff, that what people are saying up to that point, and now like what they're wrong and right about. They're like, oh yeah, I'm a comedian and I'll be in Albuquerque in September, right? If this thing doesn't kill us, and then it shut everything down. So it's just kind of funny to hear people make predictions or
Yeah.
not know the future, but be steering right into what
Oh yeah. Like stay away from bats, everybody. Well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that, so.
Yeah, it was created in a lab.
Yep.
Sorry, YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, show's over. Cut them. Yeah.
Connor says compound media is what Opie and Anthony became. The format restrictions is what is going to kill the radio format.
Yeah, excellent. Connor, he's a pretty thoughtful, wise guy.
He is.
Yeah. Knows
Yeah.
about compound media too.
He does.
Mhm.
He's a compound media major,
Oh,
from what I should.
I see.
That's what he majored in was
Yeah.
compound media, just
Yes.
compounding that media,
Yes.
just making it really tight and compact.
I
like
like
diamonds.
Hmm.
Yes. No, Anthony is one of my favorites, and he's the patriarch of compound media. One of the excellent broadcaster. He did air conditioning duct work until he was like 30 something, and then got on the radio. And
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, just like Harrison Ford was what, like a carpenter until he,
like Jesus.
Just like Jesus.
like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, like
Like
Jeebus.
Jeebus.
Jeebus. Oh, Jeebus.
Okay, who's been drinking
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Put some in my Coke Zero.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he has got to spend the night. Blah, blah, blah. See? Bill Cosby joke.
Let's see. Connor's, he's got a bunch to say tonight. He
Mhm.
says, let's see.
Oh,
Y'all hear about the Omicron
Omicron?
variant now? Oh, it must be a Omicron. And he says he's a G.
Why did they have to make it something that no one can pronounce?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's so that the media won't talk about it a lot. Omicron. Omerkra. Erdicru.
Onomatopoeia.
my God.
Yeah. Omergirl. Yeah, it's got the Beeb girl with the braces
Yeah.
and the pigtails.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's good stuff.
Connor, you are indeed a G.
Connor says a lesson for tonight: Harrison Ford equals Jesus, and if Dan was here, he'd say we'd have to drink.
That's true. Everyone drink.
Oh, tell me twice. Actually, I think he did tell me twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I got to pour one out for Dan?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ruin your nice carpet here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned evergreen,
Mhm.
as our podcasts have to be.
Yes.
Now, you also dismantle trees. Is that
do.
true?
That is true.
Do you ever feel bad about it?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Especially-
vegans protest?
No, but I have had some very strong words with some hippies who
Really?
have come up. Yeah. Yeah. When I was up in Sun
You're like,
Valley.
I'm from Texas. I don't even believe in you people.
Yeah, I don't believe in you. You don't exist.
Exactly.
No, when I was up in Sun Valley, I was working for the Sun Valley Corporation, which is a big ski corporation up there. And we
Mhm.
had an old hippie woman come up to us and literally hug a tree while we were cutting it down. It was
Sounds
It
like
was-
a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
What
a
could possibly go wrong?
she's a walking cliche.
yeah, old Starfire was just trying to save the tree.
Starfire Moonburst. You respect her name. You will lick them their name.
But yeah, I do, especially when the tree is in good health. I feel bad about it. But then I look like you go up on Table Rock, which is around here, and you just look at the valley, and there's just trees everywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, what I'm
Yeah.
doing is not that bad.
Yeah, there's plenty of trees.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
Just and
fine. What's one more tree?
I went out on a date with a forestry or forest management or something major. Like she majored in that.
Yeah.
And she was from California, and the date went very poorly.
Shocker.
Yeah, I told the story. I can't remember what episode it was. It was probably around 80 or so.
That sounds about right.
Maybe in the 60s or so. So there is one where I talk about a bad date. And so if you do want to hear,
You have to listen through all the episodes between 60 and
yeah,
80.
well, just listen to all of them.
Well, obviously.
Because this podcast started on bad date stories way back when. Because I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. I better get on Tinder. So I did. I did. And yeah, it's been interwoven into the stories arc or into the podcast.
Well, you
arc.
dip it in and out of the dating pool.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm with someone, I get on Tinder.
hmm
Yeah.
Tinder is just a shit show nowadays, though.
hmm
Like, I deleted that app because
Yeah.
there's just not good people. on
Yeah.
there,
I
you
mean,
know?
I did have an offer to become a sugar daddy today.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? And did you?
Well, I said I believe I'm too romantic for that.
okay.
So I said you're a lovely lady though, and I'm sure you'll find someone great. That's literally what I said.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
You're too romantic and too broke.
Kind of, I got podcasts to pay for. No, but basically, yeah. I'm like, I don't think I could have that transactional relationship. I don't know if I could disconnect.
Yeah.
I mean, if she was a prostitute, that's one thing. But
Hey, sex worker. All right.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sex positive podcast.
Sex positive.
Yep.
Body
SPP.
positive too.
No,
No.
No. She was not a fatty. Gross. I would
You'd have been way more rude.
I
The
would've-
romance would have gone out the window.
have tricked her and then told her to get her act together, like young lady.
Yeah.
Put
Tricked her.
down the pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Put down the Big Macs.
She'd be all,
You have offended me.
That's immature as fuck.
So now I have a problem with trees
Sure.
that they always drop shit all over the place.
That's
Is
what they
there
do.
is there some kind of a labradoodle version of a tree?
labradoodle version.
Mhm.
There's the what is that called? I want to say bento tree, but that's like a Japanese dish.
Sounds delicious.
Bento box.
Yes.
No, but you
You
know
can
what
make boxes of it.
It's like the small little tree. I'm trying to figure out
Bonsai.
what bonsai tree. Yeah, there you go.
Ah.
That's like the chihuahua of trees. if you
Okay.
wanna do
Okay.
that. Or if you want to go with a nice shrub.
I'm a
shrubbery.
shrub man.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of shrubs do you like to get down with?
I got a blueberry.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that a shrub or a bush?
That's a bush.
What's the
but it's,
difference?
I think a shrub is more closely related to a tree, but don't quote me on that.
Hmm.
If you got the with the Nicaraguan correspondent, ask him. He might
Venezuelan,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Venezuelan. Sorry.
He's only been robbed by machetes 3 times, and he's 21.
That's low numbers, man.
Yeah,
Need
exactly.
to pump up those numbers.
Exactly. Need to start walking around with more flip phones because people rob for that.
But you're a blueberry man.
I enjoy a blueberry. Now,
Wait, were we saying a shrub and a bush
a
or a tree?
shrub and a bush. Yeah, what's
Shrub
the
and a
difference between
bush.
a shrub and a bush?
Okay. Oh, Roma's acting like Jamie over here. Sweet.
Some consider a bush to have stems and leaves that are almost touching the ground. A shrub can be taller than a bush, but not as tall as a tree and have thicker foliage than a bush. A shrub can be groomed, pruned, and shaped, while a bush is usually left to grow wild.
Huh.
Oh, so it's not just nature,
According-
but also nurture.
This is according to thespruce.com.
Thespruce.com.
Well,
a credible source.
Absolutely.
Written by the Spruce himself.
Yeah.
Spruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Well, the boss. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
That
I
would
mean,
be awesome.
Oh, Libertarian Steve's here. He says there's a forest in Canada/Alaska that is essentially that's essentially Canada and Alaska. Wait, what does that mean?
yeah. Steve, elaborate. What are
Yeah.
you talking about, bud? How high are you right now?
Mhm.
Okay. So there's a forest in Russia bigger than the continental United States.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can see
There's a
that.
forest in Canada/Alaska that's essentially Canada and Alaska. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's-
essentially all of it. I
I
think.
guess. Okay.
That forest is it's essentially all of Canada and Alaska.
Mhm.
Um,
Did you know the second largest living organism is an aspen grove in Colorado?
yes, I
not.
did know that.
Yes.
I'm
No,
just
you
kidding.
didn't.
What's the first?
It's I actually watched it. It was like Fantastic Fungi on Netflix.
Oh,
Watch
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
And it's actually mycelium, which is like the underground root systems of all mushrooms. That's
Mhm.
the largest.
Whoa, that's creepy.
Yeah.
That is super
Well,
creepy.
They say that they're like nerve networks almost,
Mhm.
like neural that
Pathways or whatever.
sort of that
Yeah.
they can communicate and
Oh, I don't like any of this.
yeah,
No, maybe that's why they're so trippy when you eat them.
that's
Well,
true.
Some of them.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've had some neural pathways open up while
Mhm.
eating some mushrooms for sure.
You're doing that right now, aren't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, and crack cocaine and whiskey.
Mhm.
What?
Sure.
Come at me, bro.
At some point, you're just sober,
Yeah.
right?
Just at some,
You
at
get
some point.
you get the right balance. Yeah,
You're just normal again.
it's absolutely yeah.
You just go the way of Chris Farley.
Mhm.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah. Chris Farley was. I was thinking about that. You know, you have to have. We were talking about kind of the straight man, and then the quirky. You know, like just
Mhm.
personalities and stuff, and
Sure.
David Spade was definitely the straight man. Although now I guess he's always been a comedian. He's always been funny, but he
Yes.
was kind of the straight man in their relationship.
He kind of played the drier character,
yeah,
you know?
the
So-
jerky kind of dislikable.
yeah, very funny,
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
But like usually, you know, because you had Chris Farley who was so like boisterous and like out
just
there.
lovable.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
then you had David Spade, and he was kind of like he was just kind of more meek and bitter and just straight
Meek
laced.
Mills?
Sure, why not?
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, I sort of wish Chris Farley didn't die.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Steve H says it's a vast majority of Canada and Alaska, so tree huggers can suck a big fat throbbing pine cone.
You know, some pine cones do resemble penises.
Dude,
They do.
did you ever notice that the pine cones in the front of the studio sometimes look like dog poop
Well, yeah.
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 There's been
or
several
human poop.
or human poops?
I found a pile of poop out there. I swear to God, it was human.
Is that the one you stepped in?
Well, that one too. Yeah, I stepped in that one like 3 times because I was trying to power my way through it. I wasn't gonna let it boss me around.
You just kept going
Just
back
walk
for
it
more.
off. Just
Well,
walk it off.
It was It was where the sprinklers got to, so
Oh.
it just kept revitalizing it, refreshing it.
Well, it never got to be that good
So
gray
wait.
color.
When did you see this human poop? Was it
Um,
recently?
fairly recently, yeah. I don't know if a homeless person was having to drop a deuce, said deuce. But it
I
was
mean,
very
it is-
close to the shrubbery.
I was gonna
That
say,
was my thing.
It's next to the park. You'd think you'd just go in the park.
Well, that park is a cemetery, Roma.
I mean, that's fair. But see,
Yes.
I think I would probably be more prone to poop in a cemetery because there's like borders and walls and there's things you can
Mhm.
hide behind.
You look like someone just shit over your grave.
Johnny Rico.
Yes. Why, Johnny Ringo.
One of the best movies of all time, by the way.
Roma's a big Tombstone fan.
Huge.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen that movie hundreds of times. I'm not
I
exaggerating. I
think
know.
you just scored points.
I know every
Nice.
single line to that movie.
Mhm.
Then you don't want to see the Rotten Tomatoes on that movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's
What?
not good.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I love that movie.
honestly,
Mhm.
no, honestly, Rotten Tomatoes, this is how I decide whether or not a movie's good. If Rotten Tomatoes likes it, then I know it's a shitty movie. And if they hate it, I know it's like, I'm going to love it.
Well, doesn't Rotten Tomatoes have the editor or their editors or whatever, and then
Yes.
they have the people vote in a
Yes.
different area?
Yes.
Okay.
But the editors have come back and said it's a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fuck the
Okay.
editors. Also, they're all, I mean, if you look at how they rate movies, they're
Mhm.
all like super liberal.
Mm.
They're
Mhm.
probably like, pansexual, green hair, like whatever. I think was it the movie with the kids that was on Netflix,
Cuties.
Cuties.
Mhm.
I think they like rated it really high, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like,
Mhm.
there's twerking 8-year-olds, and
Oh.
yeah, that's like totally their style. Like they're so
Yeah.
progressive that it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do believe that Billy Zane from Tombstone, he would be some sort of gender fluid in there, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's something.
It's one of those
He's
theater
a very,
gays.
he's a
Mhm.
very
One of those people that
Theater gays.
don't exist in Texas.
No.
I bet he don't play football. Yeah, no, that was
one of them theater gays. So I actually
Yeah.
did theater in high school, and I always had gay male friends, always. But this was back in like the 90s. And so being out, especially like in the early to mid 90s, being out wasn't like cool yet, I
Mhm.
mean, you could kind of do it, but for the most part, you really didn't. And I remember, especially my freshman and sophomore year, I had two of my best male friends. Well, later on, shockingly enough, came out as gay.
what?
I know. But at the time,
Say it isn't so.
yeah, here they are, like, in these musicals, dancing around in tights, literally, and whatever. And actually, one of my first kisses ever was with, his name was Kyle, and later came out to be gay, and ended up working on Broadway, not as a performer, but backstage he did, I don't know exactly what he did. I don't know if he did costuming or props or whatever, but for Wicked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
hmm
very
Super cool
nice.
guy though. But yeah, ended up getting a boyfriend. I don't remember. I don't know. feel like they got married. But yeah.
What a great story.
Yeah, you like that?
I wonder, is Wicked the John Wick musical?
Yes, I think
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You killed my dog. You
Yeah,
know,
but
that
he's
kinda
he's not trans. He's a cross dresser. He wears green makeup
Mm.
and like hats and dresses and stuff.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
when he breaks open the cement floor, just like a bunch of costume jewelry and things are in there.
And dildos just to fly out just everywhere.
They're spring loaded.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to be festive.
Exactly.
Put a bunch of glitter around it too.
So Libertarian Steve said there's new pronouns for people that identify as pirates. It's pyre or pyre self. And he goes, not a joke.
Bring me a pyre, love. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I guess if you can mark it on a government form, that's how I determine if it's real or not. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I identify as a pirate sometimes.
Yeah.
Do I get some sort of reward for that?
Yeah. Also, do you get disability because you have a peg leg
That's true.
or one eye?
Or I identify now that I have a peg leg.
Or hook hand.
Right?
There's so many ways that you can get government money.
And are they? What about Somali pirates? I mean, do they have to identify as a pyre? Because that just seems like they're being railroaded. Like like you should be able to identify as anything you want.
Yeah.
That's a good
Affirmative action for Somali pirates.
I just feel like they're the most underserved class, and we should really rally this podcast around them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kat says neo pronouns.
I am your podcaster now, Captain Phillips.
Oh, I just recently saw that movie with what's Forrest Gump's name? What's that guy?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks in it, the one with the robot. Did you see that? Either of you?
The one with the robot?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. He always apparently he does movies where he is the only human with inanimate objects.
Okay.
So he's got 2 robots and a dog.
Well, he caught coronavirus down in Australia.
And I wonder if this was actually filmed there, because there's a lot of desert scenes.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was called though, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's kind of sad. He's an old man, and there must have been some type of apocalyptic something, and he lives outside the city, and he built these robots, and like there are people, but there's like a lot of looting and crime and stuff because there's not a lot of supplies of things. So he's trying to avoid the cities. This big storm comes in, it's going to kill everybody, and so him and his robots leave to go to San Francisco to go to the Golden Gate Bridge. And yeah, I won't give it all away, but it's pretty good. It's pretty
Interesting.
Kind of sad.
Sounds
It's
like
kinda-
a Mad Max scenario.
Kind of, and like Johnny Five Alive-ish. Like, what was it?
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost said Circuit City. Do you remember that
Circuit
place?
City, yes. I think I bought something from them like
I think
right
I stole
before they
something
closed.
from them. Oh,
And then I couldn't get a warranty. So,
damn it.
Yeah, Circuit City really screwed me over.
I'm pretty sure I've stolen CDs from there.
Really?
Yeah,
What's a CD?
exactly.
Yep.
Is that some sort of a floppy disk?
It's been so long now, it doesn't even count as a crime.
Roma, I have
Finch. Connor said it was called Finch.
Hmm.
Did you see it, Connor? And what did you think? It's pretty good. I would watch it. I mean, I would recommend watching it.
Roma, we have some super fan questions, and actually one ties into what you were just saying.
Snap.
So
Some questions.
let's do some super fan questions.
All right, here we go.
Oh, hi everyone.
We're back.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some super fan questions, and I'll start off with the one that's related to what you were just talking about. Roma.
Okay.
SenSoc podcast. So that's to all of us.
Okay.
I love the show because you always give 110% to entertaining us. I'm a robot builder and can unfortunately only dedicate a percentage of computative and mechanical resources to one or more tasks. I have designed a robot inspired by the show that will have the following attributes:
Okay.
sandwich maker, drink dispenser, bidet robot,
Okay.
sex robot,
Okay.
social media management,
Uh-huh.
costume maker, and paranormal research tool.
Oh. All right.
So he goes on to say, what percentage would you like each attribute of the robot to possess? I cannot reprogram them and can't guarantee that the robot won't try to kill you. Love, Jerry Robocock, which means robot rooster, from Hunan Province, China.
Okay.
So let's see. So you can dedicate a certain percentage of your robot to each of these. So it could just be 100% of one or multiples of the other.
Okay.
So sandwich maker, drink dispenser, bidet robot, sex robot, social media management, costume maker, paranormal research tool.
Oof. That's a hard one.
Mm-hmm. I know. First of all, I'm going to cut out the paranormal research tool because all it's going to do is help me find ghosts where I live. And I don't want that.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like having a psychic with like as a girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. She'd be saying all sorts of creepy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I know what you were dreaming about last night.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
This morning wood isn't for me. Who's Kyle? What's wicked?
John Wick the musical.
Yeah. You told me you were going to see John Wick. Okay. Let's see. I definitely have to give something to Bidet Robot because, you know.
See, but I don't even own a bidet in my everyday life, so I feel like
Every bidet.
in my every bidet life.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Hashtag every day.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. All day, every bidet.
So I feel like dedicating a percentage of the robot to that would just unnecessary.
Okay. Yeah.
Personally.
What about costume maker? Are you a costumed man most of the time?
No,
Ian?
this is kind of what I wear all the time, just like flannel and a hat.
All right.
But I mean, I could.
But he cuts
probably
down trees, so
cut
it
down
makes sense.
trees. It's kind of the thing.
So
but
you kind of cosplay a lumberjack.
that's kind of an urban lumberjack. That's kind of what I do.
I like
Well,
it.
you got the lumberjack look with the ironic glasses. So
Yep.
it's kind of like a
Yeah,
yeah.
I like it.
So
Yeah.
people think I'm smart, but then they start talking to me and they're like, "Oh wow."
Mhm.
You play with a lot of wood, don't you?
Yeah. Listen to this lumberjack off. Get it?
hey, everybody, that was a hot take.
Okay. Social media management. Now, this one I'd probably go pretty heavy on because I am not good at any of that stuff.
Okay.
I don't find it valuable. I mean, no, I see its value, but God, do I not like it. So I think I would have to go probably at least 30% social media management. Now, if I didn't have a podcast, I wouldn't go any. But
Right.
just strictly for the show, so we
Yeah.
could help
I mean,
it
that
grow.
makes sense. I mean, then that's part of your priority. Okay, hold on. I want to point something out.
Mhm.
So, Libertarian Steve says, I worked at Circuit City. I worked in the CD department. It was circa 2000. I probably stole a CD while you were at work.
That's awesome.
I'm just saying. And then he says, this guy's robot can be called, quote, wife.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, Steve. You are the trailblazer here.
hmm
Um,
I'm totally into it. Honestly, I believe that robots are replacing women.
yeah,
Yeah. Because you go to Trader Joe's, you just buy anything out of their freezer section and throw it in the microwave. Boom, home cooked meal.
there you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, are we calling microwaves robots? Is that what you're saying there?
They're
Animatronic androids.
Yeah,
you
they're-
want to call
You
them?
can put googly eyes on it.
Yeah, then that makes it real.
yeah,
Mhm.
It makes it anthropomorphic.
You could even put like one of those like
fake
flesh
butt
tubes.
cheeks.
Oh,
just have it warm up.
Yeah.
As you.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way
stick
you
a little
hum.
butter in there.
Just cut a hole and it's got a glory. Why does your microwave have a glory hole?
10 years down the road, Steve, you've got cancer of the dick.
Here's me right after I do it. It's me microwaving my penis.
Yeah. I think honestly, for this, I would have to go 60% like sex bot,
Yeah.
and then 40% sandwich bot. The rest can
Yeah.
just be 0%.
Absolutely.
That would be it.
Well, see,
Honestly, I like the way you think.
mhm.
I might be 60% sandwich bot and 40% sex bot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Yeah.
we can trade off. You get
Yeah.
him on the weekends, I get him during the week.
Yeah, it could be like a custody thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Co-parenting.
Or he or she,
I was
or
gonna say,
however
is
it
it a
chooses
he
to
or
identify.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It could be whatever it
Yeah.
wants to be.
It's a pry,
yeah.
pyre. What about drink dispenser? So I'm wondering, is it like one of those Willy Wonka-esque things where like you just
Like it'll make
Get
whatever you
whatever- yeah,
want.
yeah, kind of.
Like the things at McDonald's that you can like push all the different buttons. And
I would like a freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna quit the soda anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would have to go.
I could see definitely drink dispenser should be pretty high on your
Mhm.
list because
I'm a thirsty boy.
yeah, he's obsessed with
Mhm.
drinks.
And then the sandwich maker. Now, if there could be an option for lettuce wraps, because I'll do like the low carb thing every now and then. And hot and cold, you know, I'd need to be, maybe it's like, oh, if you get 30% sandwich maker, then you get the hot and cold option.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
just saying.
Or could I upgrade to the George Foreman panini grill? Could I do that?
That's
And have him go, it's a real knockout punch. Every time he makes me a sandwich.
yes. All right. So your sex bot will have George Foreman scribed across it.
The champ.
Its name is George. Yeah.
And didn't he even named his daughters George, didn't he?
I think so. Georgia.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be whatever.
His
It could
daughter
be-
was a boxer.
Doesn't have to be a gay.
Big hands.
Mm,
Lovely woman.
Because of the hands.
Yeah. 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 She'll give you one hell of a hand job. Ooh.
Just watch out for that panini grill.
hmm Dude, that would be great. Roma, remember when I got my air fryer?
Yeah.
I got a nice Breville like air fryer thing,
Mhm.
and I was bragging about it for a few weeks on the show, and I think at one point Roma was like, "Does it give blowjobs too?" I'm like, "That's perfect." Yeah.
No, but you can heat up your sex toys.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice red hot glass dildo.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
like that at
terrible.
all. I hate
I
that.
thought you boiled them. Isn't that what you do?
I mean,
I don't know, Roma. Is that what you do?
I mean, to clean them, I guess.
You
I don't know.
can
I've never
clean 'em.
owned one.
Okay.
you can braise them. You can just put them in the dishwasher.
Braise
There's
'em.
so much
Mhm.
better technology out there than glass. It seems scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like actual humans. That's a good
Mhm.
technology.
Well, I mean, you know.
I think it was Fatty Arbuckle that broke a Coke bottle in a woman's vagina.
Are you serious?
I think
Really?
so. You want to look that up? Fatty
Yeah.
Arbuckle.
Uh,
I believe it was like in the I don't know, 50s or something. It was pretty back when a Coke bottle was sturdy. Somehow, I think she
Yeah.
died because of that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine newscasters cast it like saying that story back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think God, who would it have to be? Walter Cronkite back then?
Well, it popped up. I put glass and glass bottle popped up. So,
Mhm.
did Fatty Arbuckle really rape Virginia Rape with
Whoa.
a Coke
Hey.
bottle?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Huh.
See? Undisputed. So, yes, I think I would go probably 30% social media, 30% sandwich,
Mhm.
10% drink, and then the rest sex, whatever the rest of that is. 30?
Oh my God.
30, 10, 30. Yeah. All right, let's do that.
There you go.
I think I got a good mix of everything that we would want.
All right.
So thank you, Jerry Robocock. From Hunan province, China. Okay. The next one. Hey, all. The difference between lightning and lighting is 1 N. Using this model, thunder would have the counterpart thudder. What is thudder and should I fear it? And that's from If This Then That Anxiety 6363 from Omaha, Nebraska.
Hmm.
What is thudder and should we fear it?
Butter?
Thutter. I would say thutter is the sound you make when you're trying to hold in a fart. that gurgly just.
Yeah. All right.
And I would fear that
Yeah.
because that means your colon is about to explode.
Or something's coming out. Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Pressure's building.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple things that came up here. Definition of thutter: a heavy, dull sound as made by the impact of a heavy object. Thutter, according to Urban Dictionary, says is an enormous cock.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Well,
It says
all right.
British slang,
you
a really
should.
heavy or massive cock or
Oh,
club dick,
that thuds.
one that you hit
but
with a deep thud
this
when it
one's-
falls on your head.
This one's only 1D though. See if that pops up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking, so if lightning and lighting, there's only 1 N that differentiates between the two.
Mhm.
So you have thunder and then thudder. So that would be like, or thuder, I don't know. Maybe that would be like the little speakers that play like elevator music.
So thunder keeps coming up.
Yeah. Well, we're inventing something.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that's what is If This Then That Anxiety 6363.
Uh huh.
He's wanting to know if there's something to fear. And I feel like maybe
It sounds scary.
Thutter would be maybe ambient music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you have lightning and then lighting, just one end difference.
Okay.
And lighting's very nice and pleasant.
Yeah, you
mostly.
like that usually.
Unless you're being interrogated.
That's true.
Bad cop.
Yeah.
Actually, and that's what Panthers in Crime was Ian was playing a criminal and I was playing bad cop. And so I got to yell a bunch of funny stuff and give them clues to what they did for a crime and who they were. So
Nice.
really, really fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, between the two definitions, the thutter of the heavy, dropping sound, which sounds scary, especially if you're like in a house by yourself, it seems, and a giant cock, those both sound really scary.
Yeah. Somebody's stomping around, swinging a big dick.
Yeah.
Or
You don't want that.
if you're alone in a house and you hear a big cock drop,
Yeah.
and I know it's not me.
Yeah.
I know for sure it's not me.
Big cock drop! Sorry. Like a DJ.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Steve, Roma, and Ian. I've never been good with words. And that's from Quiet Try It from Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Thank you, Quiet Try It. You're doing good.
I mean, that was a good string of words.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay. Dear podcasters, have you ever been attracted to an inanimate object? What was it? And that's from Woody Love from Lake Lenape, New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
I would say that, Woody Love, that I have...
Okay, I'm going to answer for you. I know you've been attracted to sandwiches for sure.
Well, yeah, but, that's more of a vor type thing, You know what vor is?
It's
Ian?
a type of marsupial of sorts.
That's a vole.
Vole. There
Yeah.
you go. Okay.
Yes, but
All
yes,
right.
close. A vor is,
Very similar.
I believe, where you're obsessed with eating someone.
Oh.
Yeah, or like
okay.
that sort of
I thought
thing.
it was
So
called a cannibal.
but it's a sexual act. Yeah,
Oh.
Like a Jeffrey
oof.
Dahmer type of.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yucky.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what all it's called, but yeah, a vor.
I mean, can we define eating someone? Because if that's the case, then I would say most people are vores.
Mm-mm. No, this is like cutting
Vor
them
whore.
and eating them, and
Oh.
yeah. No, I would say probably definitely mannequins at one point in my life. Where I was kind of like in the
Really?
stirring of just because you're like,
Oh, yeah.
look at,
Yeah.
Look at
There's-
those
there's
plastic boobs.
pretty much, yeah. Just
Okay.
like look up their skirt and all that stuff.
Did you ever
Yeah.
see the episode of Seinfeld where Elaine there's a mannequin that looks exactly like Elaine, and they're undressing it and like putting lingerie on it, and then they end up putting it in like this like sexual like BDSM position in the shop, and like George shows up and he's like, oh God, like,
That would be rough if someone you knew there was a very close analog of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think walking through the women's underwear section always gave me a thrill.
Mm.
And I still feel weird nowadays doing it.
Yeah.
But I hang out there a lot.
anyways, despite that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any brand that you liked, like Ralph Lauren or
Hanes.
Hanes?
Yeah. Hanes
good
for
old-
Fruit
her.
of the Loom
Hanes for her.
with the
Cross your
with
heart
the-
bra.
with the cornucopia
Yeah, exactly.
before the
The Mandela
The
effect.
Mandela effect.
Yeah. No, it was pretty much anything because I guess growing up, we didn't have like a lot of
There was-
exposure to
there was no
things.
internet or anything.
Yeah, so it was like the Sears or whatever catalogs. Those were pretty much. I mean, God forbid you'd ever find some like Victoria's Secret something.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
even. Yeah, that. I don't think we got those things. So
I don't ever recall having one.
anyone else know any have any inanimate objects things? If not, that's fine.
I mean, there's been some really sexy cars that have existed, but
That's true.
Mm,
Very true.
Yeah.
but I don't know that it turned me on.
You talking about
But
a Miata?
Yes, actually, they have is it a Porsche? I think it's a Porsche called Roma.
Oh.
And it's actually super sexy.
No, it would probably be or maybe it would be, but I would say it'd probably be a Ferrari.
Oh, I think you're
Oh, yeah.
right.
The Italian, yeah.
Mhm.
But I do know that Porsche does things like Targa, which I would assume is probably
Ferrari Roma type F169, huh?
Uh-huh.
That is
grand-
a sexy looking car.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
You like that?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Turn you on a little bit?
Oh God, get that off the screen.
Well, and it looks like it's a front engine car,
Mhm.
as opposed to Ferrari's typical
Yes, that's a gold car right there.
mid-engine setup. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if this really counts, but Space Jam
Mhm.
with it wasn't Jessica
Was it
Rabbit.
The bunny?
The bunny.
Yeah,
Mhm.
what's her
Yeah.
name?
I forget what her name was. But my friend had one of those dolls,
Mhm.
and I got really weird boners
Mhm.
when I was over at his
Mhm.
house, just looking at that rabbit.
Now, did you ever steal it or take it anywhere and do terrible, terrible things to it?
I wanted to. I almost attempted to. I took
Mhm.
it with me into the bathroom one time when he wasn't
Mhm.
looking. But
Oh my God,
You're like,
that's
"Oops, I
amazing.
accidentally brought this to the
yeah,
bathroom."
Yeah. But his mom caught me on the way, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I don't know.
You're just all sweaty and out of breath.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's this big boner that I'm
Yeah.
trying to conceal.
Yeah.
Just flip
Yeah.
up into my waistband.
hmm
I love that story so much.
Basketball shorts were not the right choice for
Oh,
wardrobe that day.
No.
Yeah, I feel like the 80s was really like heavy on like the sweatpants, which
Mhm.
probably wasn't very friendly to a lot of male.
hmm
No.
I mean, it was great for access and presentation, but
Yeah.
not great for keeping things under wraps.
Mhm.
Little clandestine operations.
Between the boxer shorts and the
Mhm.
sweatpants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will say this too. Speaking of sweat, there was watching movies and like TV shows from the 80s and 90s. Like people are a lot sweatier in those than they
Are
are
they?
nowadays.
Okay.
I've noticed that. Is
Hmm.
that I guess that was attractive back then. Like when you watch Rocky, you're just covered in sweat.
Yeah.
Right. And nowadays, like the
Interesting.
same type of thing, it would just be, oh, it's gross.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, so like for instance, John Wick, is he sweaty in that movie?
No, never.
Not usually, no.
Man
unless
never sweats.
he's like in a lot of pain, I think. Then they might
Yeah.
do a
A
little
little
makeup
spritz,
effect.
It's
Yeah.
a little,
Yeah.
little misting there,
Mhm.
but yeah, doesn't sweat at all.
But I think that's all about the characteristics of the person too. So like back in the 80s, they wanted you to work hard.
Mhm.
And, nowadays they just want you to be loved for who you are and not have to work hard.
Mhm.
So I think that might be the difference is they don't want anyone that tries,
Mm.
yeah. See,
because then it's a meritocracy.
yeah,
Yeah, you have an
Yeah.
innate human value.
Mhm.
it's true. See,
not-
the thing is that I don't work hard and I get super sweaty. So
Mhm.
will people love me anyway?
Yeah. Look,
It's probably all the panini sandwiches,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, and the Doritos and ho-hos, just shoving them in my face. It's a tough job,
Mhm.
Roma.
Mhm.
You don't get this gut from going to the gym every day.
that's right. Exactly. Okay, so yes, thank you, Woody Love. Okay. Hi, Romerica, Stephen, and Ian. I dissently.
I like how all these people knew that Ian was going to be on the show before we did.
I mean, it's I don't see what the problem is. Got good fans, they're very adaptable.
Yeah, they did their homework.
Hi, Romerica, Stephen, and Ian. I dissently want blonde Aunt Cat right witch house auto pocket. Which sense would you which sense would you give up and why? I believe. Okay, I think I figured it out.
All right.
I recently went blonde and can't write without autocorrect.
Mm.
Which sense would you give up and why?
Oh my God. I feel attacked. I literally can't write without autocorrect.
So I think, okay, I would not give up sight because I like to drive and look at stuff.
Mhm.
I would not give up hearing because podcasting would be very difficult.
You guys said what?
Yeah.
Said what?
Huh? Huh? I would not give up touch because my sex robot would be less valuable. I would not give up. Well, I would give up taste, but I would keep smell.
I would probably give up taste because I'd be thin. Because I'd be like, it tastes like shit. Doesn't taste like anything.
Now, also there is proprioception,
Okay.
Okay.
which is the where your spatial awareness in the world.
Ah.
Which I don't think I want that either.
No,
because,
that sounds terrible. You wouldn't be able to drive.
Yeah, especially not good.
So when I was younger, I used to think that going blind would be really cool because your mind would probably do really trippy things.
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult and having like adult anxiety, I think it'd be horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just being trapped in your head. Like I
Mhm.
couldn't do that now. But I
Yeah.
think once upon a time, especially when I was younger and like really into hallucinogens, I was like, that would be so crazy. Your brain would just be dreaming all the time.
Yeah. And then you would probably get on one of those videos where blind people are walking into things on YouTube. I've got on dark, deep, 2 in the morning holes, just watching blind people walk into things.
Oh
That's
my
really
God.
so. Somebody just like moves the coffee table slightly,
Yeah.
and then sets up a camera.
Like, damn
Oh,
it,
man,
Janet,
yeah.
God damn it, you bitch.
Because no one could prove anything. I mean, like, or what do they arrest you for? Mischief, you know, criminal mischief. Like that's even a thing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd have
What
to
do you
go
What do you think?
I'd have to go with smell.
You think so?
Yeah. Because it would take a little bit out of taste, which I would
Mhm.
be willing to suffer, because then I'd be able to get in shape.
Mhm.
But I think showers would become non-existent for me. I just wouldn't bother with that anymore.
That's
Hygiene
true.
would go right out the window.
That is
It would
true.
save you a lot of time.
Would save me a lot of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's
Plus,
well,
if you were working out more and drinking a lot of protein shakes and you had terrible protein farts,
Mhm.
you wouldn't even
Ooh.
know.
mhm.
Yeah. Protein BO too. I mean, that's
Mhm.
Well, and that'd be one of the best parts about it is like you would just at a certain point in your life you would stop caring about farting because you wouldn't have that like social like anxiety about it. And so you would just be ripping them all over the place, just like freely, on
Yeah.
a bus, on a train,
Yeah.
in an elevator.
Well, that happens anyway when you get older. I mean,
That's
old
true.
people are
True.
just ripping them all the
It just
time.
kind of falls
Mhm.
out, I think.
Yeah.
But it's really funny.
It is pretty funny. Steve S says that Wick was always bloody, not sweaty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, his hair does have like a wet sheen to it at a certain point. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
guess maybe I'm
probably-
thinking of that.
It's just sex appeal.
Could be Jerry Curl. And everyone, that's a super fan question. Thank you very much for submitting those. If you'd like to email us at thesensibleSociopathPodcast.com. At
At Gmail.
gmail.com.
Do we have a link on the website?
Probably.
Probably. I don't know.
Mhm.
Who's building this
Yeah.
thing?
I
Sex
believe we do.
robots?
Exactly. Need social media management.
Right.
Roma, would you like to roll us into a new segment? So that was an old
Oh.
segment. That's an old hat. We have a new segment, and it's called Sensible Conversation Starters. So Roma, go ahead and
Personally, I think we should stall for Romerica.
what?
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 What? Said what?
Did that go? Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Do we need to?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right.
Let's see here. Oh, it's not adjust. Okay, wait.
I can adjust it.
Hold on. Ta-da! Okay, here we go.
You think this stuff smells like a man?
Ian,
Yeah.
this is called Stalin for Romerica.
Okay.
It's where Roma has to use the bathroom in the middle of the show. So we set up a little segment about it.
Nice.
Now, where on your body? I know you have a tattoo.
Yes.
Do you have more than one tattoo?
Yes.
And do any of them hold a significant meaning to you?
Yes yes and no. Yeah.
Okay.
Simple answer. So I've got a tattoo on my right arm.
Mm-hmm.
Had to think about which one was my right and which one was my left.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Celtic armband, and one of my favorite movies was The Way of the
Boondock
Samurai.
Saints. Oh,
no.
okay. Mhm.
Yes. Way of the Samurai with who is that? Guy was in Mission Impossible. I
Mhm.
don't remember his name.
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or The Last Samurai?
The Last Samurai.
Yes,
See,
The Last Samurai.
said
Mhm.
it was my favorite, and I can't even remember the
Mhm.
guy who was
Sure.
in it. But so it's the 7 tenements of Bushido
In Celtic.
in Celtic.
Interesting. Okay.
Because
And are you Irish? I
Irish
guess
and
Ian?
German. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
That's a very interesting thing. Now, did you identify with Bushido prior to the movie, or was it all like I guess was it just kind of like this is a way I should live?
Yeah, I think it was. So I watched the movie before going to Japan as like
Oh.
a precursor. Like, this is what Japan is going to be like. There's
Mhm.
just a bunch of samurais running around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what anime taught me as well, is that was
Mhm.
happening. And I was supremely disappointed when that was not the case in Japan. But yeah, and so I watched that and gleaned that little bit of, I guess, knowledge from that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I think tattoos can either be very serious or just totally lighthearted and totally like, and I think that something interesting like that, like Celtic Bushido it's a very good juxtaposition,
Yeah,
and it's something interesting that other people wouldn't have or wouldn't,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good conversation starter for Stalling for America segments. All right. Let's move on to conversation starters. Oh, hi, everyone. Now, these are just something that, you may strike a chord with you or may not. So, feel free to
Chime in.
yeah, chime in, elaborate on things. All right. First one. A major contributor to climate change is illiterate skywriters.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I never really thought about it, to be
Mhm.
honest. Because they got to like do it over and over again.
I would think so, yeah. Yeah. There's no eraser up there in the skies, as they say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no autocorrect either.
No, no.
And you are paid to do a job.
Do you think there's a lot of blonde skywriters?
Yeah. I decently want blonde. Blind. Yeah. Yeah, I do believe that to be an inalienable truth.
Yeah, I mean, you
Mhm.
figure if you're having to redo it enough times,
Mhm.
you're going to be using a lot of fuel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I imagine if you can't read, you're probably not keeping your plane in good working condition.
It's true.
So
And according to Alex Jones, the chemtrails are making the frogs gay.
that's true.
So-
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby.
Oh, I miss Alex.
hmm Okay. Here's a second one. Is a developmentally disabled arrow called a dart? Is that ableist? Should those darts be allowed to play with pointy things? Like a redart.
I was like, wait, what? It makes sense now, though.
Gotta play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think?
Huh.
I mean,
Retard.
there's also the Dodge Dart.
It's the Dodge Dart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty reliable car, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm going to take the stance that darts just have to be in their own little cubicle in
Mhm.
school, just learning their own curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
just with their own kind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stance I've got to take.
Yeah, basically around alcoholics.
Yeah, that's, because that's how they're going to spend the rest of their lives, just around alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
In bars.
Bars.
Well, and if your mother drinks while in the womb, you could be a redart yourself. So that's, yeah. And then, you could have Geraldo Rivera do an expose,
Yeah.
on your, what was the name? Holbrook School for the Darts?
Oh boy.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Putting
By the
Geraldo
way,
on the map.
yeah. By the way, thanks, Geraldo. You literally shut down all the places to put people that have issues, and now they're just all homeless. So
However, Roma, a lot more paranormal places to go check out now.
true.
See?
Yeah.
See? You gotta think about it.
Mm-hmm. Put a positive twist on it.
That's
Good
right.
with the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. True or false?
False.
We'll see.
Okay. Sorry. I got really excited.
True or false? Rectal prolapse is the biological equivalent to Jiffy popcorn. What is that? I mean, it doesn't say human either, so it could be any.
Yeah.
I've seen goats that cough, and right,
Their butts fall out.
their buttholes pop. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really great.
Need to talk to Dr. Drew about this. Get him
We're on our own
podcast.
love line right now.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Is rectal prolapse the biological equivalent to popcorn?
I mean, it sounds like I never really thought about it
Yeah.
before.
I mean, it pops and blows open.
Yeah. I would have to say false.
False?
Yeah, because
Okay.
popcorn is intentional. I intentionally put it in the microwave to do that. A
Mm.
rectal
Alright.
prolapse, that's not something I do
Mhm.
intentionally, or at least I would hope not.
Well, no, I've seen some pretty crazy porns. It's
There.
like in the title.
Really?
Yeah,
Tell us
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Tell us about what sites you've been going on.
It's pretty much just like Pornhub or whatever.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is there an anal prolapse section?
I bet there is.
I don't think there is on. Well, I don't think like if you go in the drop down menu, I don't think it's like in the drop down menu.
Yeah,
but
you
I'm sure
probably
if you
have to-
search it,
It's probably a subdivision of
Mhm.
anal or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. All right, next one.
to be fair, I've never watched one. I just know they exist.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
believe me. I'm
yeah,
just
let's
saying.
just lie on the
Yeah,
podcast.
just lie on the air
Yeah.
to all these people.
Just seems really gross, and I
Roma.
don't like that idea.
Podcasting's all about being genuine.
I am being genuine. I've never seen one. I just know
All
they
right.
exist.
Okay. A free case of crabs means something very different in coastal Maryland as opposed to landlocked states.
Yes.
Hmm.
True. Was that a true or false? True.
True.
I believe that
I
to
would
be
think
true.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a free
Like
case
if I
of
was in
crabs.
Baltimore and they offered me
Baltimore.
or Maine or something, I don't know, and they offered me a free case of crabs, I would be like, does it come with butter?
Mhm.
But if I was in like Kansas or something, I'd be like,
Does it come with ointment? Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that genital
I know.
crabs still do exist in Maine and New England. So if somebody offered you a case of crabs, you could
Which
be
is
getting
why
either.
you ask if it comes with butter.
They could be just giving you butter to just rub all over yourself. Have you seen that porn?
I actually have not. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I haven't watched enough porn with food involved.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a whole mist section that I should be checking out.
I think it's a dying art form, Roma.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think that food is, I don't think it's, because we're all body positive now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And usually the people in those are not very
Yeah.
very attractive.
Well, back in the old days, you'd go do porn just for the
The craft table?
craft table.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Assist. Yeah. So, it's Biden's America. What am I gonna say? Okay. Next one. Handheld mirrors were the first selfie sticks. How did people look at their own buttholes prior to this?
To handheld mirrors or selfie sticks?
Yeah.
You could probably like squat over a really flat puddle,
Okay.
Yep.
like a really like clear puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But then your ass would be like against the backdrop of the sky.
Yeah, that could
Yeah.
get confusing.
It'd have to be like early dawn, dusk, kind of, it'd have to be that perfect hour of
Well, yeah,
light.
and if it was too over top of you, then like it would just shadow out everything underneath. And
Yeah, you'd want an
unless
open horizon.
if you had the perfect reflection, if it was reflecting off of the no, but then there would be, it wouldn't work.
Like a dental mirror.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I think you'd have to hire, like back in the Renaissance days, you'd have to hire a painter to just paint your butthole.
Mm-hmm.
So you're having to stand 10, 12 hours a day with your ass cheeks spread apart as this person just paints you.
It's very detailed. Very detailed.
But I mean, you got to know what it looks like.
You'd have like a nice oil painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be a museum
Yeah.
somewhere.
There has to be.
I mean, if I was a king,
A butthole
I'd be
museum.
I'd be like, paint my butthole, knave.
You could do butthole casts, like where you sit in like.
It's like a podcast.
Real.
It's like your podcast, you butthole.
It's like when you like Bigfoot, just sitting in a muddy bog.
Yeah, it's just a little,
Mm-hmm.
like sun-kissed, like little pucker there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have asshole fossils that dinosaurs just sat down?
That's an excellent question. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they could identify different,
I mean,
dinosaurs.
that's what cats do. Cats just like put their butthole on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat.
Yeah, cat. Where is she? I think she fell asleep.
Mm-hmm. She's in Canada.
We're actually at the end of the show. I hate to break it to you.
Roma.
You do one more.
Gotta find a good one. Okay. Wait. Okay. How many cases of unsubstantiated autoerotic asphyxiation are actually just belt hanging suicides where their pants fell down?
You would ask this question. You would.
I don't know if anyone's ever thought of that before.
Kat says she's here.
All right. Cat, weigh in.
R.I.P. David Carradine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder, actually. I bet you there's at least a couple.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be at least a couple where people were like, oh, it's autoerotic asphyxiation. But actually they just were wearing, their pants were just too loose. Maybe they were depressed. They weren't eating. Their pants were really loose. And
Spontaneous erection, death ejaculation.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think it is. But
It's
I
gotta
mean,
be.
if the belt isn't around your waist, then it
Your
wouldn't
pants
be
would
holding
fall
it.
down.
Yeah. So
It
I'm
makes
just saying.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
we've cracked.
I think we've probably been misdiagnosing,
Mm-hmm.
misanalyzing a lot of these deaths.
Mm-hmm.
We've cracked it, guys. 2021 is the year where we cracked the autoerotic asphyxiation cases.
Mm-hmm. It's 2021. Wait, did you say 2020 or 2021?
2021?
Oh,
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
All right, cool.
Either way, it's evergreen.
Works
Well,
for me.
yes, evergreen. Yeah, so we hope you guys have been liking these segments. I think that they are a lot of fun, and we'll definitely be having Ian back.
Awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sounds
It's
good.
been fun.
Now, if you like this show and you are doing some Christmas shopping, you should go to our website, thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com. You can get your Charlie Cat mugs and your SenSocs and your hooded sweatshirts and your T-shirts and your V-neck things. Yeah, and we would love the support. You can also get to, cruise around our site. We've got our audio podcasts and everything up there. If you are listening to us, you can go, if you're on Apple Podcasts, you can give us a 5-star review and rate us and download us and subscribe and all that stuff. Or you can find us on all the other podcasting platforms. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram at the Sensible Sociopath Podcast. And Ian, do you have anything that any social media you want to throw out there?
No, I'd better not.
Okay.
I don't want people following me from
That's
this
right.
podcast.
Slipping into your DMs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, hey, heard you like butter.
Yeah.
You want to go Thutter
Yeah.
sometime?
Free case of crabs. Yeah. No, awesome.
Oh,
Totally
boy.
appreciate you coming in. That's very, very funny. So
Yeah.
look forward to having you back.
Yeah, it was great to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun times. Roma,
Yes,
ready whenever you are.
I am ready. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Best podcast in the world.
The world would not be the same.
I like it.
No wonder my anxiety's so high.
Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death,
Sounds like a bad time.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Roma, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need to laugh.
I think just sitting down and, listening to...
The Sensible Sociopath. This is the shit you're supposed to be watching.
Gen X is gonna love it. Millennials are gonna be like, I'm offended.
You have offended me.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my god, that's enormous. I love it.
It's still a racist dog whistle.
Where you kind of have like a rotating cast of characters. We're talking baby seals, eagles, wolves.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
It's worse than the butthole.
We're technically considered propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet. That's how Steve Irwin died. Cholesterol.
It's fucking delicious.
His father had ended up killing his mother and committing suicide.
In that order?
That's diabolical. I like it.
They had an apple gun where you could shoot Bigfoot.
Has she always been retarded?
I mean, she could have had a head injury.
You don't know anything about tartar sauce.
He had picked up a 400-pound statue and was like walking around with it.
Was the statue racist?
I'd like to think so.
It's like how they invented bacon and avocado to make a turkey sandwich tolerable.
I have a fear of fire.
Like a werewolf? Daniel, you've been our greatest viewer. Well, Daniel and Sarah and Katrina. Daniel!